Hi everyone, it's Ed from Runnable, and this is my race review of the Asics Metaspeed Ray Tokyo. So in this review, I'm going to tell you how I got on in the 10k London race and the Asics London 10k. In this shoe, I'm going to tell you what I liked about the shoe, what I didn't like about the shoe, and ultimately I'm going to be telling you whether I think this is an effective shoe for your 5, 10k, half marathon, maybe even marathon races. But first and foremost, watch the event footage, and then after that I'll do a full breakdown of this shoe, the Asics Metaspeed Ray Tokyo. See you later. Should have mentioned actually, I bumped into one of my favourite YouTubers at the after party, the Asics after party, and I lined up next to another YouTuber who didn't actually see me. So have a look at the footage, see if you can spot who that was. And this is goodbye. I'll see you later. Watch the event footage. Bye bye. Hi everyone, it's Ed from Runnable. It's really early, 6:50 something on Sunday morning, and I'm off to the Asics London 10k. Yeah, I'm at my local railway station, and yeah, feeling okay. Not brilliant. Not been brilliant for the last week or so, not since getting back from holidays, but I'm not going to moan. I'm going to give it my best shot today in the Asics, of course, Metaspeed Rays today, Ray Tokyo. So let's give it our best shot. I'll give you some footage of the event. I won't give you run footage today. I'm going to go for it today, and we'll see where we get to. See you later. Bye bye. Arrived at Wembley Park Station. You can see the arch in the background. Yeah, so nerves are starting to kick in a little bit, but we'll see how it goes today. I'm still feeling like I'll go for it, but I don't know. Yeah, I never feel great before races, but come on, pull yourself together. Let's do this. Let's have it. Now I need to find the backdrop. I'm at Wembley Stadium, as you can see now. Oh yeah, there's the sign. Backdrop. We'll sort this out and I'll be back with you soon. Always get surprised how big the queues are for the backdrops. Oh, they got like an area to warm up. Yeah, maybe we head to the start. Yeah. In the indoor warm-up area. I've never seen this before. Oh yeah. He told me he's using Greenway, and I thought, what are you going to be going for a time? He was like, yeah, like some 47.
Big 10k arrived to Wembley.
Oh, it's the first ever. It's the first ever. Oh, okay.
So actually appears the graphic on the map was actually funny.
So we are running the Greenway.
Look at this. This is mental.
Get you ready and in the mood.
Don't wanna ask, really I should know better. I don't know.
This is mental. Gonna stay here or push up? No, push up a bit.
So we're at the moment 133 metres tall, so tall in fact that you could wheel the London Eye underneath it and still have clearance. That's high. So maybe
So all done. That wasn't easy. I think 35, something like that. I think maybe less, maybe slower than that. But yeah, it was tough. Lots of turns, lots of turn backs. Yeah, it was not the PB course, but considering that, I'm really happy I got in the 35s. I was just beaten by one of my club mates, great runner called Luke Barker. He's related to Darren Barker, the boxer actually, so athleticism runs in his genes, so no disgrace to lose to that guy. It was right behind him I was. But yeah, the shoes, the Metaspeed, Asics Metaspeed Ray Tokyo is amazing. Yeah, absolute fantastic. Felt joy to run in, just kept me bounding along. Really nice feel to them. The upper is fantastic actually, can't beat the upper. Yeah, it's one of my favourite uppers. The midsole, just nice and springy and bouncy. It really helped me just keep myself flowing forward with a nice bounce. The rocker's really nice as well, lets you roll through your stride. And all in all, I can't praise them enough. I think they're a great shoe and really are a viable option for the New York Marathon I've got in November, especially given how light they are. You hardly notice them on your feet. The LNDX 10k, London X 10k, amazing from Asics, really nicely organised. I'm not queuing up at the moment in a stand ready to get my t-shirt, and I've got Luke. How'd you get on today, Luke?
It was okay, yeah. Tough route, but
Yeah, I mean, it was tough, but we both ran pretty well.
Yeah, exactly.
Sort of 35, 30-ish.
Exactly.
And all in all, we're about to get our free t-shirt now.
Exactly, looking forward to the t-shirt.
So yeah, Trent Park, top club by the way. If you're in North London, check out Trent Park. We want all fast runners to join, don't we? Definitely. So we can smash St Albans next year. Anyway, see you later. Bye bye. Just a little note with this medal. It's got a nice twisty X. You see here, look. I've got the wrong way around. Let me show you properly. A nice twisty X. I like that. Nice little feature for the medal. It's really nice and hot now. Actually, nice day. Was hot actually running, but could have been worse to be fair. So I can't really say the conditions were tough today, they weren't, but just about right I would say. But yeah, what a fantastic race. People still finishing now, done absolute thousands of people here, so I think I came 40th or around that. I think there'll be late runners coming through with quicker times because they got there late, so I might not end up 40th, but I won my age category by the looks of it, unless some guy comes in late and nips my time, but I think should have won the age category. 50 and 50s, so we'll see. Wonder if I get a bit of a prize for that, maybe, for this kind of event. It's the first time I think for one of these major events that I've won my age category, so that's a good thing. So it proves I'm on the right path. I think 35:42 is what I got today, and that's, I think, a pretty good time for that kind of for this kind of race. Queuing up at the Asics stand to get our t-shirt. I think you can get your race name and time printed on it. Pretty good. It's quite a queue. Look at this. They're queuing right all the way up to there. There's the famous arch. Asics certainly do know how to put on events. That's for sure. I just thought of doing something different. Well done, keep going. Well done. Well done. Keep going. Well done, Lanny. Keep going. Well done. Well done. Well done. Brilliant. Well done. Well done.
Keep going, keep going.
Well done. Well done, Max. Well done. Well done, Richard.
Let's go. Nearly there.
Well done.
You got it. Go on, Chris.
Well done.
Oh, well done. Keep going.
Well done, Tina. Well done, Shiv.
Well done, last push. Let's go.
Well done, Ishmael. Well done, Joe. Well done, Gareth.
Keep going.
Well done, Karen.
You got this.
Well done, Russ. Well done. Well done.
Let's go.
Well done, Laura. Well done, Joe.
Well done, Kev. Smashed it. Well done, Tiago. Well done. See what the Boxpark after party. See what it's like. Oh, cool. Yeah, music going off. Oh. Yeah, you got beer. Why not, eh?
And there's the bar.
This is cool, isn't it? Look at that.
Right, are you gonna sing it nice and loud? Come on. Today is gonna be the day when they're gonna throw it back to you. But now I should have somehow realized what you got to do. Your bit. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. I'll fly, run away for time while it's life. Maybe I just want the truth. Maybe I just don't believe. Maybe all the shine is me. We say things they'll never see. You and I are gonna live forever. So maybe don't really wanna know.
So that's it. So let's have a last look at Wembley. Absolutely fantastic. Really nice warm day now. I might pop to that supermarket over there and then it's time to head home. But what a great day. It's been brilliant. Great race. Love doing 10Ks. Just about the right distance for me. Half marathons I find a lot harder. But I definitely need to take these Rays on the longer race, just to see how they are over that longer distance. But in this 10k they were fantastic today. Really good choice. Really excited about what this shoe can do.
Okay, some key stats around the Asics Metaspeed Ray Tokyo. 133 grams, folks, 133. And that's in my UK size 9.5. So I went up half a size and still it's 133. I mean, I compare that to the Sky, which is up at 180. I compare that with the Edge, which is about 160 something. I mean, we compare it with the Puma Fast Star, which is again around about 180, 190 for me. Yeah, so it's a lot lighter than all of those shoes. So what you're going to get is an incredible light ride in this shoe. Feels like absolutely nothing's on your foot. So all in all, I think, yeah, if you like shoes, you're going to love this. In terms of stack height, you've got 39.5 in the heel, 34.5 in the forefoot, giving you a 5mm drop. So that's a low drop. You do, if you land back here, which I don't suggest you do in this shoe, you will still sink in a little bit. So it'll feel even less than that. It could feel like a negative drop. Another reason, I think, if you're a heel striker, and this will be a theme throughout this review, avoid this shoe. In fact, you might want to stop now because it's just going to depress you, right? But anyway, I should never say that about my videos. Watch everything, right? So they're the stats around the shoe. In terms of the upper, you've got one of my favorite uppers already. I can tell you, it's up there with the Puma shoe. It's just as lightweight. It's just as nice on your foot. It kind of molds to your foot shape, so you get no rubbing, you get no toe abrasion. It's a narrow toe box and low volume, but still had no issues whatsoever. And I've got wide feet and I've got high volume feet. It's because this material is so nice. And I would say all these shoe brands going forward, just look at what Asics have done here. Look at what Puma have done here, and look at what the Adidas Pro 4 has done in terms of their upper. They've got enough structure, but they're really nice and light, and they don't rub your toes. They don't cause you toe problems. Like with the Adidas Prime X Strung, for instance, that strung material is heavier and it rubs the hell out of my toes. All you shoe brands, please look at your upper and use these as an example of where you can get a super lightweight upper that is perfect for most runners. For those who don't need loads of structure and loads of stability, this is absolutely fine. So like I said, for me, even with my wide foot, it was fantastic. Laces are brilliant. Tongue could be better. It's not gusseted and it's slightly too short, but I'm not going to mark it down for that. It's just something that could be improved. Heel collar does its job. There's nothing much there actually. And it's very flexible, but it holds the foot in place. You've got a little bit of reinforcement here. You can see this with this different material at the back, which holds your heel and your ankle in place and does a good job in the most part, apart from the sharp turns, of stopping you doing this with your foot. So I got good lockdown. So all in all, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 for the upper. I hardly noticed it was there. I remember thinking at one point during the race, wow, this is a lovely upper. I mean, it's just like, fits me like a slipper. And I don't say that often because I have loads of problems with my wide fat toes. I have loads of problems with uppers, and this one was absolutely fine, despite it being really narrow. I mean, just look how narrow it all is. You know, you'd think I would have big problems with a wide foot, but I didn't. So that's a good side for all you people with wide feet that are put off by this shoe. The upper is so nice that it accommodates even people like me with hobbit feet. Just bear in mind that it does mean that your foot, because there's no sole flare, your foot might hang over a little bit over the side. So you need good form in this shoe. And we'll talk about that in a minute. Outsole, I mean, there's barely anything of it, right? You've got the main area here that is covered. You've got this area here, which is exposed. That's to dissipate the energy. We've talked about that with the Sky, also the Edge, which has got it down here in the heel. It's to give the energy somewhere to go, to give the foam somewhere to expand. That's a theory anyway. It may be a bit gimmicky, but you know, who am I to say? I think the designers have thought hard about that and thought, well, that makes sense to them. They probably looked at it from a scientific point of view. And to be honest, if you think of it in that respect, it probably does make sense, right? I just don't know how much more efficiency you're going to get from that than you would if you filled this in and had a more durable forefoot. I'm talking about forefoot, that's nicely covered, the heel isn't, and that's telling you something, right? The theme of this video, do not strike down here, folks. If you do that, you're going to have problems, both in stability, and you're going to wear the hell out of this shoe because of that massive exposed bit of aliphatic TPU that will not last long if you're constantly bashing it around this point. Okay, so that's the outsole. Let's talk about the midsole now. So this midsole, well, it's all FFLeap, so it's all aliphatic TPU. So the FF Turbo Plus PIBA foam that's in both the Sky and the Edge Tokyo's gone. So you've got this more softer, bouncier, but more unstable foam here throughout the entire shoe. You have a half plate that's somewhere around about here. So it's got a lower configuration than the Sky, but a higher configuration than the Edge. It feels less scooped than the Edge, but less flat than the Sky. What does that mean? It means that I engage it slightly less than I do in the Sky, but I do feel it there and I do engage it, and engage it much more than I do in the Edge. It's just about perfect for me, to be honest. It means that I get a really nice, light, bouncy ride where I compress the foam and the plate, and I get a nice ping forward without it being too unstable. Because of this foam, what you don't want is it to really throw you forward, because as you land, you're going to be all over the place. With this, you get a nice bouncy, light kind of ride. Encourages you to increase your cadence because of the early stage rocker, but it also encourages you to lengthen your stride because of how soft and bouncy this foam is. And you do get a bit of a toe off in this foam, maybe not quite as much as you do in the Sky, but more than you do in the Edge. So if you like to toe off, this will work for you as well. If you like a rocket ride, this will work for you as well. So I think you're getting my point here. I think it is literally in between these two shoes. The main difference though, we've said all of that, is the plate is a half plate. So that means that this, where it ends somewhere around here, is a no-go area, because all you've got is that FFLeap soft foam, and it's so unstable when you land back here. I mean, by all means try. You might be, if you're a good heel striker that barely touches your heel and then transitions off, like someone like Nick from the Run Testers or Joanna, they'll probably be okay in this shoe because they land and they're quickly through the transition to forefoot. But other people who are heavier maybe, who land back here and really compress the foam back here, you're going to get this decompression that's going to throw you all over the place. You're going to wobble basically. You can feel it when you walk around in this shoe. You feel very unstable when you're putting pressure on this heel area here. And I've done some light heel striking in the shoe and it didn't feel good. And I was thinking at faster paces, that's going to feel incredibly unstable, particularly going around corners. So I should say in the race, the midsole for me was amazing, nice and bouncy. I engaged the rocker, got nice roll through, got nice compression of the foam, decompression and bounce, all those things together in one shoe. It's incredible. But going around corners was a bit of a nightmare. And I don't mean normal corners where you can go wide. I mean these tight U-turns that actually are tricky at the best of times, but in this shoe it's awkward at best. It's because my foot, because it's wider, it feels like it's going over the side of this shoe. As you turn around a sharp corner, you topple a bit and it feels like you're having to fight the shoe to bring it back. And that's what I was feeling in this shoe. I had quite a few people overtaking me round the corners. So I knew this wasn't really that effective at those really tight corners, and I don't expect it to be. A bit like the Endorphin Elite 2, it's not going to be good at that. So you have to understand that this will only be good at those long races with long stretches and wide corners. Tight corners, if you've got too many of those, this is not the shoe for you. I do think it could be good for those city marathons where you do have long stretches. You do have corners, but like I said, you can take them a little bit wider than I could today. And so this is firmly in my mind for New York, particularly with this wonderful midsole, which I would say is 5 out of 5 for me. It's one of the best out there. It's up there with the Puma Fast R Nitro Elite 3. That's how good it is, but they're very different rides and very different feelings in the foam and the midfoot. I'll explain that in a bit later. So let's talk about some of the things I didn't like then. They're the things I liked: the midsole, the bounce, the roll through, the early stage rocker, how propulsive, how much energy return I get from it, the lovely upper, how light it feels. I could go on, the laces, just go on and on about the stuff I loved. The things I didn't like: stability. Around these tight corners was a bit of a nightmare in this shoe. I had to really think, and like I said, when I was going round, I had to bring my foot back. So for those of you who've got stability issues, it's not going to be a good shoe for you, even if you land in the forefoot area, particularly on those tight corners. But if you're like me, by and large, doesn't have stability needs, someone who likes to go try to go round corners quickly, you just have to bear that in mind, that this won't be a great shoe for tight cornering, as I found today. That said, I still got a time of 35:42, which is one of my fastest 10Ks of the year. And so I know this shoe is fast, and it wasn't the right course for it today. But if you have got stability needs, you're not going to like this shoe. The other thing I don't like about it is it's not very versatile. You literally, if you land up here, you're fine. If you land anywhere from here backwards, you're not fine, because there's no plate, there's no stabilizing carbon plate there. You're left at the mercy of all this FFLeap soft foam, and it's not going to be stable enough for you. You're going to feel all over the place, and it's not going to be the most efficient ride because it's just too soft. So it's not a versatile shoe. And the other grumble I've got, I suppose, is the price. £265 is high. When you compare it to the Evo Pro, though, it's not high. So, you know, you look at it like that, you think Asics has actually got a decent price for this shoe, because I think it's probably a competitor, I would say, for that shoe. But what I would say is it's still, I think, a ridiculous price to pay for a running shoe that may not be that durable. And that's the other thing to talk about: durability. I'm marking this up already. It's not, I haven't seen any foam getting degraded yet, but it will come at some point. I don't see this going, for me, and I'm light. I'm 5'9", 63, 64 kg. I'm 4-foot striker, but I don't see this going past 200, 300 miles really. I'll be lucky if it gets 300. And I think heavier runners, you're going to wear it out before that. And so this is a race only shoe. So it's not going to be that durable. And like I said, it's not that versatile either. If you can only use it for racing, or you only should use it for racing, otherwise you're not going to get the best value out of it. I think that's another negative. But by and large, there are so many positives to this shoe. I mean, one of the biggest positives is pace, speed. You can pick up the pace in this shoe like no other shoe, apart from maybe this shoe. Again, there's a lot. We'll talk about these two together in a comparison review, but they are similar in some ways and very different in other ways. This is a lot firmer, the Puma Fast R Nitro Elite 3. This is a lot softer and bouncier, but this is more mechanical and it springs you more. This is more Alpha Fly-esque, I think. And this is like a supercharged version of these two. So if you like the Sky and the Edge, is somewhere in between with steroids, right? And so they're very different rides, but they're both rapid. I think the key difference is this is going to be a shoe that's slightly more stable, something you can just hit hard, the floor hard and just motor. This, I think, is going to encourage people to increase their cadence a bit more, maybe less of a bounder shoe, although, you know, with the plate being up there, it does encourage you further forward, but it does encourage me to increase my cadence a bit more than I would say this shoe does. So I think that they're the key differences. But all in all, this is one of my fastest shoes now, I'm sure of it. I need to take this on a fast 5k somewhere just to confirm that. And I need to get my fitness back. I've been a bit hoarse recently. My wife came down with COVID. Felt like I was getting some form of that myself. And so I felt very dizzy at the end of this race today. And just about held it together to get a decent time. But it wasn't my finest hour in terms of feeling good. So I'll get my excuses out of the way, sorry. I still managed to get the first in the MV50 category. So I'm very pleased, don't get me wrong, I'm very pleased. And it was all me today getting through that, but this shoe did help, right? And I do think if you are someone like me who's someone who likes an early stage rocker, someone who likes to have a nice roll through, a nice soft bouncy ride, if you like soft shoes like I do, you're gonna love this shoe. So, I guess my final thoughts before we talk a little bit about the LNDX 10k is this is a wonderful shoe. It's a really nice entry to the super shoe market by Asics. I was a bit skeptical of them releasing these two and this shoe, but out of the three, this is my favorite. It's softer and bouncier. It's also, I engage the plate like I do in the Sky, but I do have this huge stack of FFLeap foam like I have in the edge under my forefoot. The best of both worlds, basically. It's just, for me, it's just whether this is going to be a shoe I can go the full marathon distance. I have to stay up here for the full marathon, and that's asking a lot. It's asking for good form. It's asking for me to stay focused. You know, when I get tired, sometimes my form goes all over the place. I have to be on form, I have to be focused, and I have to really concentrate on my foot strike to make sure that I'm getting the most out of this shoe. If you're someone looking for a sub 3 marathon, I think this could be a great addition. You just have to have good form, like I said. If you're looking for like a sub 4 marathon, I think this is overkill, to be honest. By all means, get it. There's no harm in getting it. You just, you know, you won't get the most out of this shoe, just like you won't get the most out of the Puma Fastar Nitro Elite 3. That said, if you're looking to do fast 5Ks or 10Ks rather than marathons, and you can get yourself, even though for a marathon you'd land back here, but for a 10K you're landing up here somewhere, this is a weapon. And you could have some fun on those park runs, as long as they're not too crazy with turns, and 5K and 10K races. Somewhere like Battersea Park, I think, would be perfect for this shoe. So they're my final thoughts on the shoe. Just mention in the comments if you've got any questions about it. If you want me to do the head-to-head review of this, which I'll probably do anyway, but let me know if you think it's a good idea. Just anything at all, just ask me. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. If you have subscribed, stay subscribed. And I'm getting close to 1,000 subscribers, which obviously everyone knows is a big landmark. Have a bit of a party when that happens. And I want to just say thank you all for following my channel. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Let's have it. Bye bye.